Hey everyone, Jeremy Knauff here with Spartan Media, and today I'm here with Anastasia Button.
Hey everybody!
The millennial girl. Today I want to talk about overcoming adversity. A lot of you who are in my audience, you already know a lot of the things that I've overcome. You know, obviously I served in the Marine Corps. Some of you know about the health challenges that I've overcome. You know, had a couple of times almost dying from that. You've also been through your share as well. You want to talk about that?
Absolutely, yes. Before I was in business, an author, speaker, coach, all those things, I was in the roofing industry and I would knock on doors to sell roofs to people that absolutely did not want to talk to me. And I had to deal with a lot of the male adversity because it's in the trades. So you would talk to a lot of customers and they'd be like, can you really fix my roof? And then also I'd be working with a lot of people in the trades industry doing the work itself. And so they'd be like, can you really manage this project? And so I had to deal with a lot of that adversity in the beginning. And of course, now being in business, there's even other things to overcome. So yes, I have experience in that.
Absolutely. And I know you've done a great job overcoming a lot of that. You've gone on to become quite successful yourself.
Yes, got a book published, been on the news, been in all those magazines out there, and I continue to work with clients internationally to really help them go from startup to 100K in 12 months or less, and also adversity with my hair.
Yes, I can see that's a real challenge. You can see that I deal with that a lot too.
Yes.
Yeah. So what I wanted to talk about today was some of the things that you can do to overcome the adversity, you know, the challenges, the things that are slowing you down in your life. You know, whatever it is that's stopping you, whether it's, you know, a financial issue or a business problem that you don't know how to solve, or some physical limitation that you think you have, there's a lot of ways you can overcome it, and you're a lot stronger, you're a lot more able to handle things. I guess that's our buddy.
I guess so.
People are strong enough to go through a lot more than they realize. When I was going through a lot, I picked up two books that I really loved and were helpful on the subject. One of them was Grit. I know you said you hadn't read that yet.
I'm not ready yet.
I definitely recommend that. Duckworth. Angela?
I have not read that. You're listing a bunch of books that I've never heard of.
That's the author of that one.
Oh,
right.
No,
So it's either Angela or Amanda, something Duckworth. The name of the book is Grit. I recommend checking that one out. She goes through and analyzes some people who have overcome some major adversities and what they've done to get through them. So that's a great one. Another one is called Can't Hurt Me. It's by a guy named Christopher Goggins. This guy started off in a very challenging childhood. Alcohol, abuse, the whole 9 yards.
Wow.
And then went on to become a Air Force pararescue. And then from there went on to become a Navy SEAL, but to do that he had to go through Hell Week 3 times, which is absolutely insane. Delta Force, tried out for that, all these extreme races, and he did all of this with a hole in his heart. So the guy had half the oxygen that he should have had. So whatever challenge you're going through, whatever it is you think is going to stop you, you're able to overcome far more than you realize. And you build up that mental toughness by actually pushing through that where you think, oh, hey, I can't go on any further. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we can do to change that.
Yeah.
So how about you? What do you do when you're in a situation where you don't think you can go any further?
It really comes about finding different perspective. So you're so locked in your brain, you're like, I can't think of the problem, and it just keeps cycling and cycling and cycling. This is the place where fear loves to breed. And so you really want to get out of your head, and you may have to change your environment. Go to a coffee shop, go to Tampa. You can also call up friends. This is the outside perspective. So if you have mentors, a business coach, colleagues, peers, anyone that you can bring into your support circle of influence, give them a call, because this is really important to get out of your head so you can find an outside solution, because the solution so far has not been in your head. So you have to get out of it in order to find it.
Absolutely. One of the things I found to be helpful is to focus on the objective, right? In the Marine Corps, we had a mission. And all the things you're going to all the things you're going to struggle with, those don't matter. Like, if you don't accomplish the mission, people die. So look at things in the same way. Maybe somebody's not going to die if you don't publish that blog post, but if you go out and you just think about the problems that you're facing, you're focusing on the wrong thing. If you focus on the mission, the objective that you're trying to accomplish, now when you're faced with a problem, you're going to start looking for creative ways to work around it and find ways to solve that. And that's one of the things that I found in my own situation, where I've got these health issues. I've got this massive pain from head to toe. A lot of times I just want to go sit in a dark corner and say, fuck it. But you know, I know that I have a business to build. I know that I have people that I have to help. And then I also have to kind of serve as an example to the people who are going through shit, so that they can see that you can go and, you know, despite what you're going through, go on and accomplish great things. So with those things in mind, it makes it a lot easier, maybe not physically, but it makes it more logical to go out and overcome these things.
Yeah, and it's kind of like getting outside of yourself to serve others rather than focusing so much on you. Because
that's a great point.
As entrepreneurs, I know a lot of my clients, they're just like, I'm struggling, I can't make it work, I can't,
Yeah.
and it's going, look, this has nothing to do with you. Your interference is what has to do with you, but the solutions you're providing has nothing to do with you. It's about bringing service to others.
Right.
And so it's kind of the same idea, kind of like our 2 points together. It's like, get outside of yourself because it's not about you, it's about serving those who you decided to change and transform in their lives, businesses, what have you.
Yeah. And that touches on a topic that I've covered before, and that's kind of adding value. Like if you're adding value to every relationship, your outcome is going to be significantly better than if all you're focused on is, hey, what am I going to get out of this?
Oh, absolutely. And I think we try to always think about the receiving end. So in business, we're always like, you always have to have cash flow, right?
Absolutely.
But it's this thing of like, I'm not receiving. Well, look at what you're outputting. Is the output's actually something that's going to bring a return? And that's where I think, it's like, again, we have to get outside of our head. It's not about you, it's about what you're delivering, because you will receive based on the value you give.
Absolutely, I love it. So you guys know where to find me. Anastasia, where can they find you?
You can find me everywhere online. I'm the millennial girl. I'm on all social media. You can find me at Anastasia Button on Twitter, as well as Button Anastasia on Instagram.
Thanks, everyone. I encourage you guys to go ahead and find her. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. And if you have questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and we'll try to answer them. Thanks.
All right.